the first DIY, I am going to be doing a DIY laptop slash iPad case. I'm doing this on a plastic case. I may do another video doing it on a fabric kind of case. The things you will need are a cup of water. I'm using 3 different brushes, however you could use how many you want. A paint mixing palette or paint, newspaper, and your case. So since this is a plastic case, I would suggest pre-cleaning it before you start painting, just because the paint might settle better on the material if you clean it first. And since this is like a laptop and case, I'm going to have to put newspaper down here so that none of the paint gets on the keys. Also, this is kind of optional, but if you do want your paint to be protected, I would recommend using a clear varnish after your paint dries. Using a satin varnish, however, you can get different ones, for example, super glossy and matte. I would also recommend picking out your paints and then trying it on a small area on your surface, just to see how the paint reacts to your material. And once everything's all good, you can begin painting. So you could choose to do one plain color around the whole thing, or you could do like a picture. For example, I'm doing a city theme. These are my colors. I'm using violet, a dark blue, a charcoal, and black. Oh, and white. As you can see, I got a little carried away and went right ahead without showing you guys the steps. But if you're wondering how I did the gradient, I used a sponge, a very airy sponge, just to do the little gradients. And for the stars, I used a brush. Since I'm painting on plastic, I did not use any water when mixing my paints. So I don't really know if that made a difference, but it definitely does give it a much thicker coat, and it's much more stronger, and it's faster drying. So if that's also your preference, you could try not using any water when mixing your paints. Also, don't forget, if you're painting like a flip case like this one, the edges around here, don't be afraid to get the paint in there. It also makes it look a lot more sleek. So now that the black paint has dried, I have gone over and done the lights on the buildings. So if you're wondering when I wait for the paint to dry and then when I do another coat, I usually like to do the dark color first if I can. For example, the dark purple, I did that first around the whole thing, and then I did the light ombre. After that dried, I did the stars, the white stars, the moon, and then I did the dark ombre from the top. And then once all of that dried, I did the buildings, and then once that dried completely, I did the lights. Because it's not a good idea to put white paint on top of wet black paint, it's just gonna mix. So now I'm gonna wait for the white paint to dry, and then I'm going to do my top coat. So now that the whole thing has dried, I'm going to set my varnish on top of it. Also, do make sure that you read the instructions carefully on your varnish so that nothing goes wrong. So the next DIY, it's not really like a DIY, if that makes sense, like a do-it-yourself kind of. Well, it is basically, but it's not like the last one I showed you guys, which was super like, that was a DIY. That was quite a long project. But the next few are just some like tips, kind of like small things you can do if you don't have the time to do such an extravagant project. The first like little kind of DIY tip slash trick thing. Also, yes, I am kind of sick. It's winter and I'm probably gonna be sick for the entire rest of winter, so just preparing you guys. I'm gonna be sick for the next few videos because it's winter. So the next little DIY thing is to do with your phone cases. So right now I have a clear one, and I have one of these like wallet, flippy, floppy, you know, adulty ones. There's quite a few things you can do with phone cases, and I feel like this is probably the easiest. So number one, you can use stickers to decorate your phone cases. I think this works better on clear cases. I mean, it would look fine on here too if you want to like jazz it up, but I definitely think a clear case is just more cute with a bunch of stickers. So I have this Mickey Mouse one that I believe I've showed in quite a few of my videos. It's super cute. I got it from Typo. And then I have this pack of stickers right here, which I got for $1. You see that? For $1? $1? $1? $1? Don't have stickers to decorate it with. Maybe you just have like paper, kind of like decorated paper. You can use this decorated paper. I have this Rosie's Easy Card Making Pad. So an example would be like, let me just take this off. So what you can do is, you've probably seen a lot of YouTubers do these before. So you just kind of place it and then you trace around it, and you can basically, and then you just cut it like the the area for your camera. And then once you've cut out your shape, you can just stick it in the back. So you can actually do this for like a bunch of different kinds of papers, and you can keep changing it, so your friends will be like, how many phone cases do you have? And the last resort, if you do not have either stickers or printed pretty paper, you can use washi tape. So so I have this roll of like black and white striped washi tape. I don't really recommend paper tape because I feel like it's a little bit too weak. Paper like this, just imagine that. So yeah, those are like some kind of things you can do with your phone cases to spice them up. So you don't actually need to buy like super fancy cases. You can just buy a really simple one and decorate it yourself and make it custom made. And another little small DIY thingy-majiggy is for your earphones. Now, the first one to do with the earphones is pretty common. I'm showing you an example right now. Yep, you can probably, oh wow, okay. You can probably guess what I'm doing. I'm untangling my earphones, and let me be honest with you guys, this is one of the worst things to ever be doing. Like, if you just want to listen to some music on the bus, you have to spend like 10 minutes trying to untangle your earphones. The trick to solving your tangly earphones, sometimes this doesn't work, but you do have to make sure you tie it properly, and it's using rubber bands. I used to have like a bunch of like loom kits, so I saved all the rubber bands in this little like container thing. So let's just do green. So first goal is to try and even this out. So wait. Okay, so now it's even from this end to this end. And then you fold it again over and make it even this round. Okay, a little bit longer. See, this does take some practice. Usually I don't take this long, I just do it however, but it's for a video. I'm gonna try to be a little more perfect. And then once you do that again, you get a much smaller looking set, and then you just tie it. So the next little thing you can do with your earphones is using washi tape. So it's like purple. Actually, if you want to see all my washi tapes in more detail, you can check out my May/June favorites haul, my favorites video, so go check that out. Link in the description, or you can click on my channel name wherever it is on the screen. Okay, so I just thought of something with my washi tape. So actually, you can use it for your charger if you're a person like me who may have accidentally broken two. You guys probably know when the little like rubber bit on here just like expands almost, and it just starts to tear, and all you can see is little wires on the inside. Oh my gosh. So this is what it kind of looks like. You can't really see the washi tape, but you know, it looks pretty than using something like, I don't know, some really ugly brown tape. Washi tape just looks cute, and if you want to, you can put it in other places, such as on this little bit right here. If you have like Apple earphones, you can put it right here. You could put it on the back of this thing or something. You can just pizzazz, or even you could put it right here. I think this is a good spot because sometimes your earphones get tangled from this little bit right here because it's loose. So that's a good place to put it as well. Also, I forgot another little DIY thing you can do if you have earphones that have a flat back. So I'm not talking about the Apple ones, I mean ones that are like, where's an example? Something like this, so it's flat on the back. One of these, if you don't have rubber bands or something to keep it together, if you could, or if you already have purchased magnetic tape, you could stick a little piece of magnetic tape on the back of this one and the other one, and so they'll just connect with each other. These ones, however, that I have with me right now, they already do that. So you could do that as well, and it'll definitely keep your earphones from getting tangled. And that was it for today's tech DIY video. I know kind of the only main one was my painting of the case, but it's definitely a pretty big project. That's kind of something you could do in your free time if you want to be extra like me and you want to actually paint your cases. You can do that. But if you don't really want to work with a laptop case or an iPad case and you just want to decorate your phone cases, I really hope these little mini DIYs I included in this video will help you to pizzazz your technology related things. Overall, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!